Here I am, and I did lashes. Oh my gosh, you will never believe it, but I did lashes in like probably 10 minutes, if that. I tried a few, pardon me, I tried few new techniques. Number one, I kind of held the lashes in a eyeball shape for a few seconds before applying them, even once the glue was on. And number two, once I got them applied to the way that I wanted them, my glue was still wet. And I can tell because the glue I use is this glue I got on eBay. I think it's supposed to be like a I think that's what it's called, Duo knockoff. I'm not sure because I've never used Duo. I've only used that, Wet n Wild, Broadway, and a few others. But that, it stays blue until it's dry. And it goes through a process. It's like white and the blue and then clear. So once it got to a blue status and it was where I wanted it, I closed my eyes a little bit and I fanned it like I would with my setting spray. And it works. So, yeah. I also, when I did my mascara, or not my mascara, I don't know why I keep calling it mascara today, my eyeliner, I just did a very thin eyeliner line about halfway, with a little tiny wing. I don't really do a winged liner because of my hooded eyes, the shape of my eyes. I just go a little tiny bit straight out. That's about it. I promised this was going to be a short video because all I really have to do left is lips. And I'm going to touch up a little bit of the purple on the top. So earlier in a previous part of this look, I mentioned that I was about to tell a story, but it wasn't really my business to tell. Well, I'm going to tell it anyways. It's not my business. I'm not going to use any names, alright? So nobody's going to know who I'm talking about anyhow. But, so, I got this friend. We'll call her friend X. And I got this friend, we'll call her friend Y. And we're all friends. We all met at the same place, same place. And, whatever, we've been friends. Well, friend X tells me this thing the other day. She tells me, I'll just tell you, she tells me that she's having a hard time with flashbacks, that, her flashbacks are really, really bad, and that she's even having a hard time taking a shower. Because one of her traumas happened in the shower. And, I'm like, oh, and I'm helping her and, talking her through it and whatever. And, doing the best I can to be there for her. And then, the next day I'm talking to friend Y, and she tells me the exact same thing. And I'm like, that's funny. Friend X just told me the same thing. And she was like, what? I just told friend X that yesterday. So friend X is telling me friend Y's story as if it's her own. And there'd already been a little bit of suspicion that friend X kind of tells stories, if you know what I mean. Like, totally just for, like, I don't know. But it's terrible stories. It's like, why would you want that to happen to you? It's happened to real people. It's really happened to real people. Why would you want to make your life sound bad? It's really bizarre. And I don't really know what, if anything, to do about it. So, yeah. That's my thing that I'm dealing with right now. It's on my brain. I'm going to use a Q-tip to do my lips because I don't have a clean brush. I'm actually going to use the darkest purple that I used on my eyes. I'm sick of this weather. That was random. Just because it's freaking raining. But it's better than snow. Ooh. That is dynamite. Mm-mm-mm. Pretty. Alright, let's spray. And I do need this to last quite a few hours. So we're going to gorilla arm it. Whoops. Spraying that way. Nice saturation and fan. Okay, here's another one. We're sitting around the table, and let's say we'll call him Friend D. Friend D is having a really hard day, and he hears voices, and his voices, they don't tell him to hurt people or anything like that, but his voices tell him to hurt himself. And Friend X says, yeah, sometimes my voices tell me that too. We all start sympathizing with her, talking to her, asking her, not probing questions, not like we don't believe her or anything, just, sympathizing with her, talking to her about it. And one thing leads to another, and we start talking about battle wounds and scars. Friend X has no scars, no nothing. And it's like, I know you have trouble, obviously, but why would you make stuff up like that? I really, really, honestly do not understand it. It's got to be a condition all in its own. Anyways, enough about that. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. I worry about Friend X. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all. No judgment. I don't judge. This is a judgment-free zone. I do not want to come off judgy. I am not judging. I just am concerned. That just, like, if that's the lie, what's the truth? You know what I mean? Anyways. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Yeah. See you next time.